really don't get too tied up with it. If my mom walks up to me and says, "Hey, by the way, don't ever wear that shirt again on the show," all right? No more shirt. I got you. If my manager Reed comes and says, "Hey, by the way, you shouldn't have..."
All right, I've heard enough of you. I should set up this music before I started streaming. It was a mistake. Oh. No, that's it. Oh yes, the only way to go back is to go back slowly. Ever so slowly. As that whistle's really loud. Where'd you get that shirt? I got this shirt from Zach. Gunpla and chill. I was gonna do this a little bit. Oh, here we go. Great. All right. Get my camera in place. Do this a little bit at the beginning here. What's up, CB? How you doing, buddy? Peace. Good to see you. So I got some shirts and some stuff, and I wanted to share them with you guys because I haven't done that yet. Got this shirt. Picked up some stuff from Zach. He, hey, Paul. What's up, buddy? You guys remember Zach had a bunch of stuff. Oh, cool. Right on. Thanks. Zach had a bunch of stuff on. I bet that's way fucking loud. He had a bunch of stuff on his store and shirt shop. Oh, I haven't gotten the Sazabi Verka yet. Verka. That's my accent. Fake accent. Yeah, I'm doing the this guy. This is the old school master grade from 2000. So I'm just gonna wrap this up tonight. I've got the arms done, doing the shoulders, gonna do the skirts and the weapons. Should be able to wrap it up tonight, just to hang out with you guys. But I want to talk about these cool clothes I got. Zach Aurelius had a store envy, and he had a bunch of stuff in it, and he had too many things. He wanted to switch it up, so he got rid of a bunch of stuff, and I got this dope Gunpla and Chill shirt, which I think is hilarious, and I also got this. Oh shit! Run over. Make Gunpla great again hat, which I think is hilarious, because Gunpla's awesome, and Trump's a dickhead. Anyway, like you needed me to tell you that. But I also got some other stuff in the bag. Woo. Well, yeah, I know, right? Trust me, I already got some shit on the subway. Was wearing that hat, like, just whatever. And the lady comes up to me and she's like, "Excuse me, what is Gunpla?" And oddly enough, I was reading like a modeling book, like a weathering book or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, this is Gunpla," and I showed her like toy models, and so yeah, you know, like the thing. She's like, "Oh yeah, because your hat's a little bit like, you know, people don't really know what that is. You see it from a distance, and it's not really cool. I mean, I get the joke, but some people might not think it's funny. So could you please maybe just like?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll totally take my hat off. I don't want to get assaulted on the train." So, which is fine. Not everybody gets the jokes. It's a little short. It's a little too soon, and that guy's who knows. But moving on. I got this hat in the mail today. If I can get it on my head. I got the dad hat, I think they're calling it. That's what Joel was calling it the other day on his live stream. So I got my GBA hat. With guns. Yeah, it was something. God, I fucking have no idea. Oh god, I can only imagine with those assholes. But got this dope GBA hat. And I also got, and I'm just pulling this out here now. So I haven't gotten it out of the bag yet. It's in another bag. Aww. We got my Iron Flower Brigade shirt. print on the back. I think you've seen it. Zach was wearing one, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, I ordered it. When I got the hat, all came in the mail today all at once. Like, ta-da! It was wonderful. Thanks for making cool shit, Joel. Thanks for making cool shit, Zach. Haters gonna hate. What do you do? So, let's see. There we go. Tonight we are still drinking some gin. That's how I like the Gunpla and Chill. I had this great idea. I have this thermal mug. I'm gonna just put ice in it. Of course, it all froze together because I'm a dumbass. Oh, baby. Where'd you get the dad hat? Oh, I got that at excuse me, I'm probably yelling. I got it at the store NB for Gunpla Builders Association. You can just go either to their webpage, their Facebook page, their Instagram page, over to the GBA Discord. Where else? I think. It's about it. I mean, honestly, any of those places will be able to link you through, or you can just go straight to Store NB and then search Gunpla Builders Association. Hat's super nice. Fits like a champ, flex fit. So it's like my staff. I don't mind a good snapback as well, but nice. I didn't think about that. Good call, Paul. Check out True Gunpla's his social media, either on Twitch, or Facebook, or Insta, or all those things. I can see the camera. Hi, camera. Yeah, so as you can see, this is where I got to with this guy. I got a new. I realized that I've been trying to zoom in with this camera, and the focal range just doesn't allow for it to autofocus at a certain level. So I've got a new camera that's coming on order here, really quick. But for now, this is what we got going on. Put together the head and the fuck did I put together? The head, the torso, and then the waist all in one day, and then I built the old backpack last night. That's what it was. But when I did the head, if I can, oops, I'll just break it. Let me pull it apart here. It's a pretty decent kit for being as old as it is. This I built. Did I build something that's older than this? Yeah, I built another, but that was a glue together kit. That doesn't count. That was from the 80s. But here, so if I can sort of get that to focus. Watch as I try to force it. There it is. So the lens. You guys like that? So there's a little trick that I did. I didn't use a sticker. It gives you this full bullshit sticker to put in the lens, but I didn't need to do that at all. So it comes from two parts. Is this tiny little fucking clear piece. I'm all over the place with the F-bombs. And then this little short component that ties in to allow it to here. I'm gonna look at the camera to allow it to swivel back and forth. So I took the clear piece and I used a little bit of this. I used the MIG paint that you can get, the MIG acrylic that you can get at Real Young Hobby Shop. And where is it? Here, it's the lime green. It's got the ball inside, but I use this lime green, which will look just a here. I'll put it over here. There you go. Now you can see it. It's got this kind of like a limey green color. It's really nice. And I just brush painted that. Dabbed a little bit of brush paint in there, just with this little guy right here. This wow, that instruction manual is really fucking that off. All right, so yeah, just with this little brush, dabbed a little bit inside the lens and let that shit dry. And then on the other component, I took my Gundam marker. The first set, when I first got my first or second kit, I got a set of Gundam markers as well as a gift, which is great. But I used these this metallic Gundam marker, metallic silver, and then just like silvered up the component, the reciprocal component, the way they fit together. And when that shit dried and I put it together, the silver shines through the green a little bit and gives it like a glowing effect. And the fact that it's inside, you only paint the inside and the back of the clear piece, then it gives it more of like a luminous, like light reflection. You get a natural. It's like oil painting. So like when you're dealing with like oil paints on a big canvas, the way that they look so real and the way that they get so much depth out of the paint is the fact that you've got like tiny little particles of pigment, whether it be like iron oxide or whatever the fuck it is, in like a substrate, a medium like linseed oil and a bunch of other stuff. But what it does is it creates a tiny little layer of depth with all these particles of different colors, depending on the color that it is, mixed in there, and then the light actually shines through that and refracts out. So like sometimes paints are a little bit thicker, whatever, and artists will get paint specifically made so that they're a little bit thicker to allow for more of that light, and what you get is the light reflection off of that, which is, it's weird, and I'm not going to go into like oil paint theory and stuff. I'm really starting to get on a tangent. I apologize. But yeah, it's that kind of same sort of thing where the light is getting in from the sides and all around and reflecting off of the silver and the green, shining forward and making it look like it's glowing a little bit without adding a glowing effect. All right, and rant. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the Logitech. Oh, I don't know. Something like that? Yeah, the C920. And I'm getting a Nikon D3300. So I'm going to get. And a bunch of gear. So that should be cool. Oh yeah, GBA has Discord, and then Alex has Discord as well. Alex the Doof. If you go to Alex the Doof Studios on Facebook or on YouTube, it's all around there. All right, so where was I? We got a text from my wife. All right. So big box of runners. Got me a baby. Oh, fuck. No luck with my little ice trick. It's just knocking that shit over. So I sort of skipped around a little bit and built part of the skirt on this this guy before I built all of the skirting around it. So I built like the basic look of the pelvis, we'll call it, so that I could mount all the shit together because I was tired of them sitting on the ground. And then I built like some of the parts that go with it. I'll let one of the funnels fill up completely. First thing that's a little bit frustrating about these funnels is they're made of like 80,000 components. Not exactly, but it's like 60 components to get all 6 of those. It's fucking ridiculous. Something like that. But they're kind of neat. I don't know. Cool gimmick. These tiny little canisters. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, year 2000. You're so fucking adorable. All right. I can't wait to get the shoulders built up because they're gonna look fucking nice. Again with the F-bombs. I'm never gonna be monetized. I'm gonna have parents calling me. All right. Let's see what we got. Those. And this. Really? No, I don't have any gaming software, no Logitech software. I just plugged it. It's like a plug and play kind of, or I use it as a plug and play sort of thing through my XSplit. Hey Flynn, what's up, buddy? Old Flynnburger's in the house. What do we have? 210. I'll need those eventually. No, I don't need these yet. Never knew. Oh, I already have the motherfucker. Oh, it's here. Oh, that was a fail. See, sometimes I just like to cut the entire corner of the fucking runner off. Because my sausages don't like to fuck with that little shit. That's adorable. So as you guys know, after I crank this bad motherfucker out, I'm going to start over onto the Sazabi for a car. And then after that, move into some resin. I've got a couple other things that I've got running in the background that I won't really be streaming about, but I'll be working on as well. But for the public, I'll be working on the Sazabi kit. We've got a community build within Alex's Discord for the it's a Mad Max Wasteland theme. It's not a Gunpla kit, but I mean a Gunpla set necessarily. You can use whatever you fucking want. Pretty much, most guys are doing we're doing cars. I mean, I'm doing an awesome, crazy car calamity. Kit bash creation. How many K's in a sentence can fit? Yeah, I've had a little bit of movement on that in the past. It's been kind of quiet for now. The GBA kind of sucked everybody out. But I've got some stuff coming in the mail. I'm looking forward to getting those kits cracked open. If anybody's interested, once again, go hit up Alex's various social media platforms, YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, to find out any sort of Discord links. Or you can hit me up. I can invite you too if you'd like to come and talk to us, hang out. I've been looking at chat. I'll go catch some Z's, CB. Peace, mate. Here I am, biting on Flynn's shit. What are you guys getting into tonight, aside from watching me drink and sand? I've been waiting for Tiberium to show up and tell me to be not sanding, or Jeff, for my first stream on this build. Oh, the parts I've sanded since then. Oh right, you're working on the Jesta, right? I got a Jesta recently, half built from a friend, which is fine. I'm really cool with that. Any port in a storm, right? But yeah. You still gonna go with your straight paint, or are you gonna have a little bit more fun with that, or are you just gonna kind of like let it be what it is? It's funny, I'm asking you guys questions, or I'm asking Paul questions. Cool. I suggest that you employ techniques involved in one way or another. Nothing to work today. Gotta be tough. Hell yeah, quality time with the family and getting some building in. It sounds phenomenal. What I was saying to back to Paul about weathering and doing that jazz. Check out our book we got, buddy. The SMO3. The thing is rife with quality knowledge. If any of you guys haven't checked that out yet, you should totally check it out because it is fucking good. I cannot recommend it enough. Wait, Craig, are you at work right now? It's like 9 o'clock on the East Coast. I invariably drop. Awesome. I invariably drop like easily drop parts 20 times a night. I'm on the ground. Cell phone, flashlight in hand. Seek thee out the diamond in the rough. Diamond in the rough. Diamond in the rough. These supposedly, it's like a quarter. It's like not even, how big is it compared to my fucking pinky fingernail? It's fucking ridiculous. And that has a supposed pitch to it. Oh, it actually does. All I have to do is pay the fuck attention. Please try to pay attention. Have pity. Just before 11 a.m. Who the fuck are you? Oh wait, are you in Australia? I'm guessing. Australia. Thank you, Paul. Oh man, sorry. Sorry. Oh, that explains the mate. But right on. Yeah, sorry about that. Fuck. Well, happy Friday, you lucky bastard. I'm not even there yet. It's still Thursday here in America. So, be glad. What's up, Lee? Welcome. I think that's it for those. Where do those go? Front skirts, right? Yes, sir. Well, I'll tell you what, Craig. I'll drink to your Friday. Cheers to your impending weekend and your week off. Oh, man. I can't wait. This thing looks kind of funky, right? So, wow. Nobody saw that, right? I have to share because I let it fly. I wouldn't call it a nub. Don't call it a nub back. Oh, that's fucking horrible. Upside down land where the toilets flow backwards. I once played a horrible parody of an Australian, actually as an Arab, playing an Australian. It was a fucked up. It was a weird play in high school called The Family Jewels. Everybody was someone they didn't think. It doesn't matter. Anyways, it was awful and awesome because I was a child. Yeah. Front skirts down. Side skirts commence. So I was thinking about ordering Double Zeta coming up this week or this weekend, and I thought to myself that I actually maybe I shouldn't order Double Zeta because there's some things about the Double Zeta experience that I'm not necessarily sure that I want to. Well, they've been brought to my attention, things that I wasn't aware of. So I'll probably just watch it on Gundam Info before I choose to buy it, and instead I will buy Char's Counterattack because I haven't seen Char's Counterattack. I think that's a good choice. Hold this. What do you say, Populous? Good choice. Thanks, Paul. I trust in Paul. He's like a Gunpla Paul Apostle. Oh, sorry. It's not that I'm religious or anything. All right. What do you got? Oh, no. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. The Kool-Aid Man. If only I had like a Kool-Aid Man gift that I could pop into my live streams to oh yeah. That'd be sweet. I'm sure that there's some way to do that, but I am computer illiterate for the most part. It's a lie. I know how to use email. That's all some jazz. We got 7s dosed up. And a 14. Which one's a little bit off track? Check you go. Oh, I said over there. Alright, good. Oh yeah, there he is. All right, Don, got to keep me on my no sanding policy because I will start sanding things. I'll do it. I'll start sanding things. I swear. I got a problem. I'm sorry. Okay, it's a glandular problem. I just have to sand things. Okay, stop judging me. Oh my God, I'll just break up. Wish I was never born. Sorry. Ooh, sort of. I kind of agree with you, Paul. The problem is liking every kit that you have in your backlog, like really liking every kit you have in your backlog, because it's like I wanna build them all. So I can't do that. This year I tried to meditate and formulate a plan before the new year even came, judging by the glut of kits that I started building last year. I mean, I did better part of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full paints. 7. Are there any more hiding? 7 last year. Yeah. Sorry, I have to look around. I hide things in my house. 7 full paints and 3 heavy customizations last year. And as well as building a total of like 30 kits last year. And I didn't really burn myself out because I'm just like creative and I love it and I just want to keep going and just more and more and more and more. You know how it is. It's like a tablet of money, man. But I feel like I would enjoy everything more if I slowed down a little fucking bit and I'd like to take a little bit more time, participate in the community a little bit more, and like produce better quality products as opposed to like so many products. It's not a sprint; it's a fucking marathon. I can't paint now, so at least I want to snap something. Well, of course, Paul. Why not? I mean, you can always snap something and paint it later. I'm gonna paint everything that I've put together if I haven't already put it in storage. What's the name? Soon I'm gonna be turning over some of my kits from last year to the hobby shop that I film at on Fridays. For the GBNYC, we do a live stream where we talk about hobby news, we bullshit with each other, we drink a bunch of beer, we eat a bunch of Doritos. Last week we had Gundam NYC on. It was pretty cool. He's a great guy. Tim is cool. He's a Instagram anomaly and an all-around really, really nice guy. I have no complaints about about Tim at all. A lot to learn from that dude. And just a generally cool person. So if you haven't checked out his Instagram page, go check it out. He's got 1.5 billion subscribers. Join the fray. And coming up soon, we're going to have our first live guest. Not live, but live musical guest. I apologize. Live musical guest. Soon we're going to have, I think we're going to have a metal band on too. Sometime soon. It's fucking dope. New York City's cool, but there's like, it's weird. Like the community is like, the city's big. It's small, but it's fucking dense. Just dense. Not like dumb, but like dense as fuck. So it's hard to get places and like get everything aligned. Everybody's like doing a thing or like just so involved in everything that's going on around them that it's hard to kind of like have the planets align and then everybody like link up and the fucking shoot the laser and everyone teleports to a higher place of learning. I don't know. Just getting on Bill Hicks for a second there. So this kit has been actually really enjoyable to build. Every kit that I've super duper enjoyed to build before this was basically, well, no, I enjoyed the Kamari. I enjoyed the IBO Re 100 or mechanical Kamari Trooper. That was a good build. I painted that. Actually, painted that kit. Painted that kit twice because I enjoy it so much and think that it deserves like a beautiful spot on my shelf. The design is just phenomenal. But like, I really like the standard Xeon kits. I've fucking Zaku's and the Goof, and that's just kind of like the Kshatriya is a little bit more out there, but like it was an enjoyable, quick-ish build. I think I kind of raged through it a little too much, but yeah. So it's good to branch out slightly while still staying within the Xeon frame. The main build of the Gym Sniper was pretty cool. The Gym Sniper, the Dingo. Alex is working on that guy right now. Have you guys seen his stuff? What he's working on? I don't know if anyone is part of Alex's Discord yet. I've talked about it enough. But he's been posting pictures out there. I think it looks great. I need to finish that Goof custom. I started doing mods to it. I filmed a video on my phone and then edited it on my phone and then posted it to YouTube. It was rough. Yeah, that's scribing. That shield scribing. I need to get my hands on some chisels. I don't know. Depending on whether or not my stove gets fixed tomorrow, I might make my way up to Midtown, up North Midtown. I don't know if you would call it that. In NYC on 49th Street, there is a little hobby shop, little but densely packed hobby shop. They may have some tools. They may have some scribes and stuff. I'm gonna go check them out. Maybe I'll get something for my Mad Max build as well. I already have 3 kits allocated to Kit Bash into one monstrosity. Dom, it keeps saying that I have to allow your posts. I don't understand these algorithms. They're like, these kids can't say fuck on their comments. Anyways. So why buy a whole set? Nickel and dime the shit out of that. Buy like one every paycheck or whatever. Do it like you do the Gundam series that I do or whatever. Who says you have to buy a whole set all at once? Get one that you know that you're going to use right away. Like the one. Your workhorse. You're going to replace that chisel anyways. You know that you're going to fucking replace it. So buy that one. And then use that to learn how to do the things that you want to do. Even if it means like you want to like chisel an area that's this wide. Obviously scaled up because of my hands and whatever. So you're going to chisel this area, but your chisel's only yay wide. You'll just get good at making that shit flat as you go across. The next time when you buy the next chisel or like the other chisel or that chisel, then that move is so smooth, it's methodical. The muscle memory, everything is like so programmed into your brain that you don't even have to like worry about it. That's cool. That's what's cool about our brains and cool about our like enjoyment of this hobby is the more that we do these things, the more we like test ourselves and make ourselves do this stuff, the better we just inherently get, and the whole thing just gets better. So, sorry, I'm rambling again. Didn't see Ready Player One yet. Want to go see it. Don't really like to go to the movie theater. Like to stay at home and sit on my chair. Make robots. I spent my whole day applying washes of acid patina to brass panels to create an artistic antique look for a fancy restaurant in Dumbo, Brooklyn, which is the area down under the Manhattan and Brooklyn overpass, which is what Dumbo stands for. That's what I spent all day doing because fancy and skills. What do you got here? The first theater died? What? That's a tragedy. This one is my workhorse. Alright, yeah, Craig saying, Flinberger is saying, I picked up a set of chisels recently, but to be honest, he only really uses one as the workhorse, and the others are situational. I understand completely. Yeah, I kind of have like, you know, when it comes to sculpting, like say sculpting clay and stuff, I haven't gotten those videos dropped yet, but when it comes to sculpting like the stuff, the base for like the wings, these guys, so that's sculpted in monster clay, and I use clay tools, right? There's a wire armature inside of it, and I sculpt it all up monster clay. Ridiculous, time-consuming shit. But I use like 2 loop tools and like 2 wax carvers for doing almost all of the sculpting that I do, and I own like a couple dozen of both, probably. Yeah, probably. So yeah, it's just what it is. Eventually, you know, that's the thing. Maybe as our skills progress and as we get better doing the things that we do, we'll like utilize those other aspects and have those other options to use, which is, I think that's good. I'm into that. Let's see, what do we got here? All right. I'm going to continue on with my no sanding. I like this kit a lot. It is got some simplistic aspects to it that I at first was a little bit taken aback by, But as I am continuing to build it, I really think that I'm going to have a good time in the future doing some customizations on this kit. I'm obviously not going to be able to compete with the Verka. Well, maybe I will. Who knows? Did I skip a step? I did. Cassis. Be like Zach earlier today on Twitch. If you guys are watching Zach and he's trying to pry parts on his Neo Xeon. Once again, Wax Carvers to the rescue. Get in there. I know, Don. I know. That's what I said. No sanding. Sorry. That's why I said I need you guys around to keep me from just spending all of my time sanding everything down to 1400 grit. This has got to be the other ones. Yes. Give me the other 16s. Said an infernal. All the demons in the chat are writhing in terror right now. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you guys do the whole D&D thing or not. But. Alright. Skirts. This is the ladies section. Front skirts, side skirts. Next floor, rear skirts. Giggity. I don't even know what I was saying when you commented, Don. That's a pretty open response to a question. Yes, D&D! That's sick. I haven't actually played. I've done a lot of Hero Quest. I have like a massive amount of Hero Quest from Milton Bradley, which is great. And I played like, what the fuck was that game called? Planeswalker back in the day or something like that. And then I had like a bunch of shit from like, you know, because I lived in the middle of nowhere in the 80s and 90s, in the 2000s. But yeah, that'd be cool if we could get like if we could get a Doof D&D, a D&D and D, that'd be cool. We got some creative sons of bitches. Just getting everybody together because we're across the entire planet. Tough. That's a tough one. Listen. Got that skirt. Going back that thing up. I saw a car commercial today that was playing the song Back That Thing Up. Actually, it's Back That Ass Up, but whatever. They had edited it out to say Back That Thing Up, and it was some bunch of like people that are probably my age that I can't feel like I can associate with, because even as old as I am, I don't feel this fucking old. So it was really bizarre to me, because I know when I vividly remember drinking a lot of alcohol legally when that song came out, and I know that means that I need another drink. That's what that means. There's an online thing that you can use. D&D Beyond? Do you watch Critical Role or listen to Critical Role on Twitch? Or YouTube? Or Stitcher Podcast? Or iTunes Radio? Or I think that's, yeah. Or perhaps you're more of the Nerd Poker with Brian Posehn and friends. Or maybe you're a Drunks and Dragons friend, or fiend for that matter. Those are the only podcasts that I listen to for Dungeons and Dragons. which is 3, which is actually a lot of Dungeons and Dragons podcasts. But really, like, the Gundam podcast scene has dropped off. What's up with the Gundam pod? Do you guys know the Gundam podcast? Do you guys know stuff? I used to listen to Mecha Talks. Fanholes occasionally still does Mobile Suit Mondays, but it's really rare. They're like grasping at straws for shit. I go on YouTube and talk about all sorts of anime, including Gundam, almost every week. Well, I'm not every week because I'm busy, but they do the same thing. But why can't all these other podcasts that are more well structured than us figure this stuff out? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think? I hope somebody makes a screen grab of this and it goes viral. Uh-oh. Alright, it wasn't the wife. Jeff's too tired. That's fine, Jeff. He's not. Maybe he'll watch on. He's not gonna watch this far, and we're an hour in, 2 hours in, hour in. No sweet. No sweets. No sweet sugar bones. And I'm gonna make a heart eyes at him. The glory of Discord. Ah, Geek and Sundry on in fucking us. Fucking Jesus. Back skirts. So there's some interesting elements that I've noticed. And I'll get into this a little bit. I can just nip the buds out. I need this guy. I need this guy. At least then I sound like 2S. Oh, later, Flynn. See you, Craig. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Try not to think too much. It hurts my head. So did you kill that rolling rock yet, Ton? Or is it still hanging around? That's a G-Palooza. It's a G-Recco. Fucking delicious. Wait, you mean the rolling rock is too much? Okay. We're gonna hang out with you down there, Don. Down there in Carolina. Go fly a kite on the beach. Help build an airplane. I know how to do that stuff. I'm sure you do too. Tonight I'm drinking what has been my new favorite drink, and that is gin with a tiny little bit of orange juice and club soda. Because it is not incredibly sugary and it is not incredibly intoxicating. So it's very refreshing. I'm gonna miss. Where's the? I guess not. I guess it just slips on. Okay. 25-ounce can. Don't drink much. That's good. Don't get in the, it's a bad habit. Trust me. I've had it for a long, long time. And don't drink too much. Drink responsibly. Rolling Rock is a very crisp beer as well. It's a very clean finish. It's a great icy cold on a hot day. There was a pizza joint that was used to exist near my old shop that would sell a slice of cheese pizza and a Rolling Rock can, icy fucking cold, for $4 total. That is an incredible deal. Oh, nice. It's not a race. I'm glad you're getting off early tomorrow, though. I get off early on Fridays as well. But only for the last, like, 10 years. Because I've been working with my company that long. In Brooklyn, $4 for a slice and a fucking can of Rolling Rock? I'm surprised that they didn't have a line out the door, but they didn't. Just because the area is weird. It's like the area where my shop is. I first started working there, and there was all in like single-story industrial buildings all around us. Billboards, like regular like billboards that you would see like on the highway, up in the middle of the town, in the middle of the city. And right near the highway, there's like an overpass right there. There's like nothing, you know. There's like a diner, and the diner has a kind of a grocery store in it, and that's all there is for buying groceries around the area. And junkies just mad everywhere, like just out of control. Dudes that work with me had a truck that they had drove around in, and it kind of broke down like a Jeep that had broken down in, like a Cherokee. And it broken down across the street, and there was a construction barrier up because they were breaking the building down to build these high rises. That's now the area is all high rises, but or I say high rises, but it's like 5 to 7 story buildings, as opposed to 1 story industrial buildings. So the car got broken into by some junkies that were crashing in there. There's a bunch of rigs, like a bunch of needles, used needles, and a bunch of crazy shit, like right there across the street from my shop, like. And this was like, this was like 10 years ago, so it was a while ago, and the whole area has changed dramatically. Now, right where that car was parked and that shit went down, there's a fucking Starbucks. So, and it's populated by young, trendy hipsters. Oh. My shop's moved now. It's doing good. City's doing okay. How are you guys doing? Maybe. I just recently found out about the whole the weird like with nose. What the fuck is that? I don't. I saw something on, I think it was something on Instagram or some sort of like cartoonish meme that was drawn. What the fuck? Got me looking like Worf. That's ridiculous. Alright, what do we got here? We haven't gotten there far yet. So it goes over here. Oh, no. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, yes. Oh, love the angular pegs, Bandai. You guys check out Zach's. Oh god, don't tell me I broke something. Okay. Did you guys check out Zach's stream this morning with the Zeong and his trouble with the pegs? Trouble with pegs. Starring Zach. Shoot his priest. This is nothing compared to that, but what the fuck is this? Alright. The stars must align in the sky. There you go. And this, and then this, and then like this. Fucking money. Why was today so math, Don? Talk to us, Don. Why was today so math? I'm just kidding. This isn't a self-help group. But really, I'm not kidding. Like, if you had an issue, you could always talk to me, reach out to me. I'll give you my number, buddy. This is kind of cool looking. No, if I'm gonna peel this shit apart without wanting to, Lord, without wanting to have to mask for painting, I'd be SOL. Here's the deal, though. If I was gonna paint this, I would probably not worry about it, and I would brush paint it. I would airbrush detail this whole business down here, all this loveliness. I realize I've been doing a terrible job of like showing off the parts as I'm putting them shits together. You see that glossiness? This is why I like to kiss it all with the sandy pad, Don. Because it's too glossy. Glossy, not, I mean, you get the swirls, you get the swizzles. That's why they top coat everything in matte, but you don't have to top coat your shit in matte. You just gotta keep a sanding sponge around for like 100 years and sand everything down with that. Oh god, no. Man, we could fucking we can go rounds, Holmes. There, see, look at that. I barely touched it, and it looks 1,000 times better. 1,000 times better. I challenge you. Tell me this doesn't look 1,000 times better than the other one, or like maybe like 980 times better. It doesn't look like go go go. It looks like okay, okay. It's a clean snap. Something happened. Oh, eBay wants to sell me Gundams. Big surprise. Here's the thing, eBay. I buy my stuff from Real Young Hobby Shop and USA Gundam Store and Gundam Planet. Get wrecked, fool. Cleared up them runners. Cleared up them runners. I need M and a little bit of these guys. So I'm gonna need some of these. And I bet it's red. It's just gonna be fucking stupid. This one? That's this one. I knew it was gonna be red. But it's this darker red, so that's not so bad. Oh. That's what happens when you don't turn the part over. You have one of those G Saviors from Hobbytown. They had 3, you said. G Savior, G Savior, G Savior. Can be cool. So I built the G Self. This guy. The Perfect Pack. Built it at the hobby shop while they were doing a Tamiya race. Almost. I probably built like half of it, 3/4 of it there. There's a lot going on in the Self kit. I don't know the Savior. And I assume it's Rekka, but I'm probably wrong because I'm not a loresmith. I just make really cool shit. That's kind of like my thing. That's all I care about, really. It's like, you guys tell me what's good to watch. I'm not gonna lie. I'd like to wax philosophical on some of these things, but like, mostly I just like to make cool stuff. Oh God, no! That's why I know the Canadian movie. What the fuck is? Oh man, I'm gonna have to look it up on my phone or something here in a second, just so I have some sort of frame of reference. Live Googling on my phone. Is it the Build Fighters G Savior? Is it the high grade? Hmm. G Savior Verka, some Gundam guy post. That's got to be a custom. Yeah, custom. That's a beautiful build, though. Interesting. Yeah, the HG, huh? Right on. Why not? Looks like there's some room to do some cool shit with it, like painting or do a little bit of customization or something like that. Like, I'm not very familiar with obviously anything that I've said tonight hasn't made that clear. I'm not really familiar with the source material, so I tried watching that movie And dude, I fucking I tried, man. I tried. I actually tried twice because I forgot how what it was. Like I forgot that it was a thing at all. And then I started watching it again, and I was like, oh no, this no. And then I changed it right away to some other thing like by Oats Studio or something like that, something funky. I feel really bad all of a sudden. Do you really like G Savior? And I'm just trashing on your favorite Gundam live action MASH? Is that what happened? Yes! I'd succeed in mutual hate! Which is fucked up to say. But it's the American way. Yeah, wow. Holy cow, man. What a royal shit show. And I've watched a lot of shit shows in my day. I am a purveyor of shit. Pretend I didn't say that. Yeah, the suit itself looked pretty neat. I like some of the proportions. I do like the exaggerated shoulder and like the oddly, almost disproportionate front skirt with the long drape. It's kind of cool. I like that. It gives me like it reminds me of something, of a simpler time. Sorry, I was just looking at what the stats had to say. With the new YouTube setup, I have no way to know, or I can't, at least that I know of. I have no way to find out how many people are watching at any given time, which I guess doesn't really matter. Because I'm not here making a video so there's a shitload of people watching. I'm making a video because I'm trying to build this cool thing and not make parts fall apart. Failing. Yeah, and just kind of like putting it out there. I'm hanging out with my friends. No, I'm totally doing this wrong. Sausage fingers, take a look at your life. You're a lot like me. Here's what's going on. My hands are this big and these parts are this big and they don't work very well together. But look at that beautiful red. Oh my god, isn't that so nice? Son of a buck. There it goes. Alright, cool. Wait, maybe I'm using the wrong component. Haha! Kalukale! I was being a dumbass all along. And you never told me. How dare you? Alright, well, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Don says it will be one of the kits that I won't build for a long time, at least because of when the next reprint will be. Ah, I see. So it's sort of a casual investment. I assume these are the right ones there. Okay. Oof. Geek and Sundry just started posting Critical Roles campaign. The next episode will not be there. So I won't feel terribly bad if you people abandon me to go watch Geek and Sundry. I won't hold it against you because they're quality programming. Be a funny kid to have just because of how bad the movie was. Ah, you're playing that con. I see how it is. It's that unpopular dollar. That's what it is. That's a huge dollar, the unpopular dollar. You're going for the anti-dollar. That's an old Bill Hicks riff. If you guys know Bill Hicks. I think that's it. Back skirt. Interesting. Pretty basic. As you saw, it was basically just a clamshell. Some backfit pieces here for the venting. Some surface-mounted veneers. And then just another little clammy for these piping details here. So that'll be interesting to see how that changes when I move over to the Verka. It just clips onto the back of the skirt, much like the Roe from IBO does, if you're familiar with that. Gives it that somewhat of a bug. Just kidding. I love you, Zion. Yeah, just like it's got a big ass back skirt. Balances out the kit a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of the way that the hips are designed on this kit. It doesn't allow for any sort of like rotational pivot within the thigh, emulating like upper thigh rotation at all. So where like the Zakus and stuff, you can have like the hip has its own this way and then this way and like whatever, but then like right below that it has a rotational point. This kit does not have that, and it's probably because it's from 2000. I'm interested to see how the Verka changes that whole scene. This guy here only has a single. Oh, you can't even put that in there. But it only has like a single pivot point in here, where you can barely. It's a long pivot point. So they make up for the. Oh, I lost the tank. They make up for the inability for the leg to have that swivel, but the peg like swivel motion like that. They make up for that by offsetting the polycap in the outside of the leg. They set the polycap really, really deep in here so that when you have that like long sleeving point that comes in, let's see if I have something for you. Like this long sleeving point that comes in, when that rotates and they make the outside of the pocket larger, like this side of them, you're not gonna be able to see that. Anyhow, it allows the leg to swivel within there. It's just physics. It's kind of like an interesting engineering workaround, but it's somewhat inefficient. You know what they were doing with the best of what they could. I don't think that there are any or many unused parts with this kit, which makes me think that all of the runners were specific for it. I'm gonna going back in time. Cue up Huey Lewis. Yeah, dude, no X's. And there are no X's in Sazabi land because they use all of the parts. Yeah, so that's the fuck how that goes. This is a fucking no joke kit. I just gained a new level of respect. Like, I just gained a new level of respect for this fucking kit. The Saz. All parts used. Wow. Speaking of what, is that silicone? do you guys know of any kits that have used all of the parts without any leftovers? I don't think that I have had any other kit other than this kit that has used all of the parts. There's always some polycaps, there's always some stuff. The Astray Revise that I built, fucking tons of parts. I know that the Beef Striker that just got shipped today that's coming out is going to have a bunch of parts, which I'm stoked on because those parts are cool as fuck. Polycaps, let's not worry about polycaps. Polycaps don't count. The Mark II 2.0, like a master grade? Let's see. So I built this and this and this and this and this and did that and that. Here we go. Alright, so that's up here. Master grade Mark II, because I did the rig, the RG, and it has optional parts. I don't think I would necessarily call this extra parts, but it has some extra ones. The MiG, the MG Mark II, and the RX-78-2 Revive. I have yet to build the Granddaddy. Does that make me a bad person? I don't think it makes me a bad person. I've got that Hy-V HWS clear kit up there that I'm gonna bastardize and paint the fuck out of and make it look beautiful. So gorgeous. Fucking clear kit, really. Alright, what do we got here? We're on... This is a... hatchet? No. This, what do they call this? They talk about it back here, like 1,000 pages ago. Here we go. The Beam Tomahawk, a tomahawk. I should have known for scalping with lasers. The laser scalping. So M's, I need... And I need... Oh, that's it. I'll need this. Oh, I'll need those as well. Holy shit, that shield is huge. Where's Dom? Dom? My God! Talk about overbalanced or underbalanced or out of proportionalized. I mean, it is master grade and all that jazz, but all the same. If you guys haven't checked out any of these Origin kits, this is the Dom from the Origins. Oh, they are so nice. I don't like high grade kits for the most part. I like them when I don't have a choice, which is a weird thing to say, but true. Like, that's the only way that you can get a lot of the IBO kits is in high grade, which is cool, and they're okay for the most part. My Gray's Ritter wants to fall apart a lot. I packed up Carta's Grays a while ago. One to fall over, one to fall apart a lot. But that kit is weird because it has like really high heels and the proportions are a little bit funky and the joints are kind of light, and I had it fully loaded with everything that it could hold. And it was in a somewhat high traffic area, i.e. the wind moved near it. So, yeah. I still have Juliet's up there, the Julia the Julia Grays, and that is going to be sweet. That'll be like a rainy day when I want to like fill in something this year as I'm going through all this other stuff and going manically crazy. That'll be a good fill, I think. But yeah, those Origins. Oh man, I'm gonna buy a bunch and then just put them in my storage unit and forget that I have them until like I'm older, and then I'm like, "Oh, these are great! You kids don't know what you got these days. You had these old kids that would do to me back then, but now they're..." Anyhow. Blue Destiny! Cha-ching! Super cool, Paul. That's gonna be a fucking awesome time. I didn't know much about that until I listened to, oddly enough, Fanhole's podcast. They started talking a lot about the manga and the whole weirdness of the Blue Destiny, how it all fits in. And I think it's cool. Like Thunderbolt also does the same kind of thing, where it like adds in something that's like fits within the canon, you know, but it doesn't interact directly with the canon, and the outcome of it doesn't interact with the things that came prior to it that were a sequel. I think that's cool, and I think that Thunderbolt is cool too. Even though there is a little bit of like murmurs about how the like, well, if those suits existed, if like that, you know, the Atlas and all that stuff existed, then like why wasn't it everywhere? And it was like, because, well, the war is huge and the world is huge and it's a big thing and stuff happens everywhere and you can't say all of that shit. So I think that's cool. I'm sure you guys probably think that too. I'm just preaching to the choir. Hey, color me a pulpit. Let's preach to the choir. What do we got? Yeah. Oh. Nice. This is kind of cool. This gives me like a strong, like He-Man. I can put the damn thing together. He-Man or Thundercats kind of vibe. If I can get, does it want to snap? Oh, something got misaligned there. Oh, Zach just auto posted a new video. You guys want to dip out and check it out? Come back and report how cool it is. It's the Zaku Cannon test type. Is that a which one is that one? I don't know. Where's my wax carver? So this wax carver is, oh damn, alright, 14. Is my like main workhorse. It has like a kind of an arrowhead on this side, like a broadhead. It's really bent up a lot because the metal is not very strong. I'll get a higher quality steel one next time. And then this is like an arrow leaf kind of head on that one, if you can see that. And that's really good for doing all sorts of detail and pointy bits. This is a great wax carver. Yeah, this should be here. Hey, motherfucker. Not cool, bro. Alright. Boom. Shake, shake, shake the room. Can't go wrong with Will Smith. Alright, there it is. This, as I was saying, reminds me of some like He-Man or some Thundercat. Just the forms. Legit. Beauty. Gets it right and clean every time. There we go. Just a little bit of flash, a little bit in the inside of that seam. Anyhow, just cleaning it out with my thumbnail. I just take this is an emery board or a sanding stick, whatever you want to fucking call it, that I got. You looked at him a little. Right on, Paul. I don't know how long ago you posted that, but I just saw it. That's funny as fuck. But yeah, so this one's like, this has been around for a hot minute, and it used to be super fucking coarse, and I wore it down to where this side is fucking super smooth, but still has tooth, and it bites plastic because plastic ain't shit, but hoes and trees, thick on the napkins of the dick. So yeah, yeah, it works great for just like working your parts over. If you just got a little thing, just, you know, draw and blah, blah, blah. Beautiful. Sippy time. All right. So 23, 24, which is here. Dude, now it's about the time of night when I want to switch over to surf. Got this like weird 80s retro-esque mix going on right now, and I don't think that it should keep going. Alright. And then M22. Well, where the fuck is M25 go? Oh, that's what M25 is. Well, okay. Cool. Whoops. Where is man or Astro Man? Oh, nice. Listen, Don, sometimes you have to stand some nubs, okay, man? And look how beautiful it is. It's gorgeous. Oh, look how gorgeous it is. Look how gorgeous it is, Brain. Look how gorgeous it is. Isn't it wonderful? I did spend all this time on it. It's wonderful. Don't make me come over there, because it'll take a really long time. I watched a live video from this band the other day. This is Man or Astro Man. And is awesome. They're a power trio. They're hilarious and really amazing. You should watch them and buy all their albums. Man or Astro Man. This one is called Made from Technetium. It has one of my favorite songs on it, which is A Man Made Completely from Carbon Dioxide, which sounds like a weird song, but it's really good. What did I do? Uh-huh. Well, that doesn't help me at all. Oh. Oh, it's loose. Oh, fuck. Well, that's what I get for not being able to read pictograms sufficiently. You know, with all the things that they're taking out of American schools these days, why are they taking pictograms out? I don't understand it. What's up, Mike? Up in the house, Mike! How goes it? When are we gonna go get those ramen burgers in Queens? Maybe when Paul comes to town, Paul will take a sojourn. We'll start in Midtown, and then we'll hit around. We'll go to the Red Caboose. We'll hit up Midtown. We'll go to Midtown Comics, I mean. And then we'll hit up Image, and then we'll take a train over to LIC or whatever it is to get a ramen burger. And then we can bounce back down to Chinatown and do the Chinatown. And then we can head over to BK if we do the Brooklyn thing. Don's like, hey, pretty. And I'm over here like, that's the one side, right? Yes. This little guy goes up here. Oh man, my cat jumped up on me right before I started live streaming and like furred the shit out of me. Left me all loved up. It was great, but loved me all up with some oh nice pulse on the ramen burgers. Whoop, whoop. I'm into it. Tentative plans have started. Excellent, excellent. I've already started putting money into my sock drawer to save up for that day. Well, Don, maybe Don should come up to the city that day, and we'll have a catastrophe. Be Paul, Mike, Don, Brian meetup. All right. So here's the tomahawk. Doesn't look like much right now. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. The effects. That's the horror. That's actually pretty fucking sweet. I'm not gonna lie. I like the green. I really like this green. Makes me want to cast some green wings. Green wings floated through my heart. Alright. More M. I'm sorry to subject you guys to that ridiculousness. Ah! What was that? It's interesting to have seen many different types of beam sabers now that I've been building kits for a little while, and see how the well, that's going to fall on the floor. See how the shapes and the methodology behind their construction is developed. I know this is old hat for a lot of people, but to me it's pretty cool, so right on. Go get them, Bandai. I would say when I first built kits back in the day, they were honestly 90% Revels. It was all airplanes and monster trucks and all of those various really fucking cool kits. But it was nothing like this stuff. And I'm not even talking like snap-fit technology, like obviously, snap-fit technology is not going to be the same. Back in the fucking, back in the fucking 90s. Or the late 80s for that matter. Might make myself feel too old. One of the most amazing discoveries that I had when I was a little kid was that so like I lived in one of these little Midwest towns where it's like they have a highway that runs through and it's like a main travel point, and they put like a couple gas stations there, and then there's like a restaurant there, and then like a truck stop, like a spot to fix tires and stuff pops up, and then like another little spot pops up, and like that stuff kind of like populates out this way, and then like there's some farmers and stuff that are over here, and they kind of like have some family and friends and stuff, and they kind of like populate around it, and everything kind of like gathers, and they like pop up that way. That's like how these small Midwest and plains towns popped up. So I come from one of those tiny little blips out there, and I don't even know where I'm going with this shit. And where was I going with this? You guys don't know. I don't know. Anyway, the Gyaradoga's Beam Saber was wild. It was wild, and I was sad that. Damn, I was sad that the way that I made my Gyaradoga, the dog fighter, that I wasn't able to use the beam sabers, because I built that special Gatling cannon for it. But yeah, that's cool. And then like the weird it's like a long and then extends out, that kind of tomahawk, because this is called a tomahawk as well, and that's a hatchet. Fuck. Anyways, it's all beam weaponry. I really don't know where I was going with that stuff. Cool. Got some sabers in the wrists. And hold up. Wait, where are you? Alright, that's a rainy day runner. Next. This bad motherfucker. Shut your mouth. Shaft! Wait a minute. I'll get to pick a fight with the street sign drunk. What are you talking about, Don? I mean, I'm already a little bit tipsy, but what are you talking about fighting a street sign? You lost me. I was listening to this podcast called Last Podcast on the Left. You guys listen to that or not? And they were talking about Rasputin, whose name is Grigory Rasputin. And I couldn't help but think about my friend Don and be like, huh. Just kidding, man. I made a trip to, of course. The French spelling? No, Russian. I'm just joking around. Don't get me wrong. I'm just having a little fun. Missed the polygraph here. New York City is pretty cool. If you get the opportunity to swing by, you should totally do it. Oh, what do we have here? Looks like there's a sliding element that I didn't know about. And this bad motherfucker, shut your mouth, gets over here. Oh shit! Now I finally remember what I was talking about before when I was talking about my tiny little town. So, sorry for the cutaway. Took me a second. It's been a long day and I drank a bunch of gin. When the True Value store that was part of the associated pop-up around the gas stations and everything that came up started carrying Tester's model paint. Like a line of pens, a whole line of enamels, all brush painted, of course, when I was a little kid with gasoline as a thinner, because that's what you do when you live in the country. You need a paint thinner. You just keep an open can of gasoline in the middle of the room on a 95-degree day in a closed garage. Anyway, mistakes were made. Anyway, that was a game changer. To have that opportunity to be able to go and buy the paints that I needed for the kits that I buy in the other big town, like, you know, when I got to travel to the big town and pick up stuff. I would just go and pick up a model or whatever and bring it back home. And you want to like get a new selection. It was good to have that opportunity to go and get that. It was like a game changer for my tiny little town to have that little modeling outlet. Some people are like, oh man, I can't buy Gunpla anywhere. I was like, dude, the first Gunpla kit that I saw was in probably like 1998. And I'm going to guess that it cost for a master grade that was probably produced in the, or a 100 grade kit that was produced in the like the mid 90s to early 90s. The price on that shit was probably like close to $100 easy, or even at like $75. Like, how in the fuck was I supposed to afford that as like working at the pizza joint, you know? Come on. So, scarcity in retail. But nowadays, there's a Gunpla everywhere. It's great. Alright, we got some good shield lollipop going on here. I'm missing some shit. What am I missing? Some parts in the beer. Alright, I know that's the face of the shield. Oh wait, are they over here? They are. Hello, friends. Welcome back. We are... wow, I haven't even fucked with the shoulders yet. Better pick up the pace. Pick up that picante sauce. Get a rope. Those are cool. I'll have to read up in the weapons with translation as to what the fuck those are, because they look neat and I don't know what the fuck they are. Curses. Yeah, you were up here actually somewhat recently, weren't you, Donovan? Like within the last 6 months or so? For like a day trip? Right. Look at that big ass motherfucking shield. Hey, that's the part that I pulled over. Hot diggity dog. Oh yeah, well, good night, Paul. Take a quick shot. Take a double. Do a double shot for me, homie. Oh, you haven't been up here to Brooklyn yet, eh? Brooklyn is good fun. Brooklyn is kind of expensive unless you know someone that lives here. That's cool. Okay. So there's a little bit of weird reveal. They call it a reveal. A reveal in here along the edge. I wonder if there's a part that fits in there yet. I haven't looked that far ahead in the instructions. Only time will tell. I do like how I am clearing out this box of runners. I was a little bit concerned for a hot second there that this is going to be a very longer build than I expected. Alright, here it is, the pulse rifle, son. What? Space Marines! I contemplated building that as a one-to-one prop, the Space Marines pulse rifle. Because for a long while there, I built one-to-one prop replicas of video game of weapons and stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway. But there are a lot of people out there that are already doing a phenomenal job, so there's no reason for me to make that wonderful thing. Oh, here we go. This now. This is what I had before. I was concerned about. What? No, driving in NYC is fine. I know you got a big ass truck. Don't worry about it. I drive like a 2-ton Dodge van, like a big box van with a gigantic stainless steel custom made roof rack on it so that we can haul 20 plus foot lengths. Um, you're fine. There's so much industry, like so much industrial driving that's going on in the city right now that like it's all building up. The thing is like this the city never slowed down. Even when it came to like the financial crisis and all that jazz, like the city never fucking slowed down. We were never without um, business, uh, and our whole game has just continued to grow, which is pretty rad. Pretty soon the big whale is going to go into the Kiwanis, which is really neat for the Public Art Fund. I think it's for Public Art Fund. I know it's through Jason K and Studio KCA. We've been working with those guys for a while. We did a few different things. I did some work for the National Science Foundation. I made a large Nautilus sculpture, or helped make a large Nautilus sculpture with those guys for that. That was in Manhattan, right off Washington Square Park at this Pavilion Center, which was very interesting. And then we did another thing that was out on, I think it was Governor's Island. We did a large cloud structure that was made out of large aluminum hoops that I rolled, and that was pretty sweet too. Um, cool stuff. Very like proactive and like environmentally conscious art. So if you guys get a chance, check out their work online, Studio KCA, and the Public Art Fund as well, just for the quality shit that's going on in the city and across the country, because I know that it's national. So. Is that it? I'm a little bit dismayed that that's all that there fucking is for the shield. They just give you some weak ass sticker for it? Fine, fuck it. Hooray, it's a shield. I'm allowed to be mildly disappointed by that, I think. Alright, guns, guns, guns. Guns, guns, guns. This is the tip. Right here.
I don't understand. Look at the meter. The sound waves are reversing. No!
So, aha, those here, there. Now I'm done.
I don't like to push you, Jeff, but you science boys tend to get all wrapped up in your test tubes. And the obvious things escape your attention.
Yeah, science boys.
I want action, not theory.
I want action with not theory, science boys. Whoa, easy, boss. I don't know what you're trying to get at here, mister, but... Oh, nice. There's a sliding pump. Well done, Bandai. Oh, that didn't work out very well. Okay. There we go. Alright. Wow. Very nice. Gotta say. Wait, where's this? Spacing on this thing. Here we go. Here I go, here I go, here I go again. Girls, what's my weakness? Shotguns! Oh wait, I lost the other camera. Shotguns! Oh, looks like there's an alien infestation in here. For a second there, I forgot how shotguns work. I think that's right? Nope. There we go. Hey, what do you know? Now all that shit gets just set aside. Well, I complete making the part. Okay. There's a light hanging at the Frankenstein place.
Wasting our time.
There's a light. Basically means that I can see the end of the kit. Sorry, y'all. Hey, cat. What's up, kitty? Come here. Come here, man. Come here, social. Come here. Where'd you go? Now she's over scratching. She hit me with the kitty fur bomb earlier today. She jumped up on me and we did a kitty cuddle thing. I filmed it, but maybe I'll put it as a little short on my channel or something. But like, she was just nerding out, and I was covered in long cat hair when she jumped off of me. Oh, nerdo. Gotta love those kitties. Alright, so there's this cool shoulder armor. I assume that there is, obviously, I don't assume, what the fuck am I talking about? I know that there's a major shoulder upgrade within the Verka. And I know that the feet also, and the forefoot, like this area right here, has a lot of extra detail, as well as the side skirting for the lower leg, the calf, as it were. So I'm interested to see how those mechanics work, because I like to build shit. It's just that. So if any of you guys are wondering, these little nippers that I'm using right here to do the close cutting right on the runner, if I don't want to like, if it's a softer plastic and I don't have to worry about clipping it off of the runner, and then if the detail isn't like, you know, complicated to get to and I don't need to use the big nippers, I use just like the small nippers. These are just some Tamiya OC2s, obviously for plastic. Don't use it on metal, you dummies. Yeah. Oh, duh. Nice. This is an old jam. Get some of that yellow. Nice. I don't know why, but I really love these little yellow accents. The Mark II has a bunch of them that are really, really satisfying to install. And the options also have these little like golden plastic colored components. They're so fun. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's probably some weird mental issue I have or something. Sweet. Plug and play. Plug and play. Oh my. Man. No. Yep. No. It's gotta be this one. No, it isn't. Oh wait, there we go. What is this one? Haha. I failed looking. Hmm. This is sorry, it's being complicated. Technology, gotta love it. Oh snap. Okay, so I need a couple of those dudes. The satisfying reverb feedback. And we're dealing with a couple of T9s. Did you fill out your T9s? Yeah, hi. We're gonna need you to come in all weekend, because, you know, rage ensues. Oh, snap. Well, literally. The equalizer. Algonquin. The Grand Poobah. Those double thick. Wait a minute. You didn't see anything. Don't.
Good dog.
That's actually really humorous. I connected the same sides together. Hey man, we ain't perfect. What are you gonna do? Who man? I am who man. Alright, there we go. Like I had tried to say before and be all cool, but fucked up terribly. Look at the double thick shoulder blades. Do. Hi, Kawamba. I don't know what's going on, but what is? Wait, is that no? Yes, it's no. Super time. I have a little placard for it. Nothing but the highest quality construction paper notes to my viewers. Well, that makes drinks live. Only the classiest. Both my noggin. Alright, so let's see what we got next. Oh, cool, finally. At long last. I've been waiting. Ever so long. Alright, these little bastards. I already cut that one. It's pretty easy. That clears that one out. Oh shit, the runners are falling. And they are falling, tumbling down in the runners. Or like go to Marqueta or whatever, the song about fallen soldiers. Right. These little doodads. Alright, let's start this debate. What's worse? Losing a part on hardwood floor or losing a part in shag carpet or thick carpet? I think that losing parts on a hardwood floor might be better just because you can hear where they bounce to. A little bit. Just a little bit. You can't hear a lot, but a little bit. I have lost some shit for a long ass time before. I'm not going to try and deny that. I've lost a lot of parts. Some that have turned up, some that got replaced or whatever. Rebuilt. However you want to talk about it. Hardwood floor. Whoop, whoop. I just say that because, like, a part will drop and that shit will ricochet and just. You're out with, like, the flashlight and, like, to turn all the other lights off in the room and you shine it on the floor, you know, and it's like, get the sheen. You, like, look a long distance to try and find out where that. Look for the shadow. Oh my god. It's the worst, man. It's the worst. I feel like I'm having a flashback from it or something. Some sort of like trauma. But I never went to battle. Okay. Alright, there's the top. Good. I need 7. Okay. Yep. My runner, the runner box. My runner box runneth dry. That means that we could just like play Europe's The Final Countdown on an endless loop. Maybe like we'll get like a mega mix of Europe's The Final Countdown, and then I'll just play it at full blast on the loop, and then my landlord will come upstairs and he will shoot me and for being an asshole. But let's hope that doesn't happen. And I don't think that would happen. He's a wonderful person. Oh, it's my song.
Carbon dioxide.
Wow. So this is going to really be an interesting voyage. For those of you that haven't been tuning in, oh fuck, I turned it upside down. He's a tiger. I'm building the old school MG Sazabi right now. This is from 2000. And next, I am going to be building the Sazabi Verka. And then I'm going to be doing the Infinite Dimensions Mark II upgrade for the initial portion of the upper torso, the head, the shoulders, and then the front of the feet. And then I'm going to be doing the Infinite Dimensions 1.0 version resin upgrade for the boosters, the shoulder packs, the weapons, the backs of the feet. Yeah, anyway. And that's going to be coming down the road for fun. It's going to be a great time, I think. This kit is really turning out to be not that I had a lot of doubts in its ability to kick the fuck out of things, but it's been really good. I have like waxed and waned a little bit because you know it's the kit is it's what 17, 18 years old. Like I said in my initial video, this kit can drive. Potentially, this kit can vote uh, later this year. Oh, waifu. My wife is so beautiful and she's crazy and I love her to death. What are you doing with her? Keepies. Oh, okay. Cool. Creates an interesting little reveal when you pop that down. Oh, interesting. I like that. How that booster comes out to the side. Soon, in like a week, next week, guys, I'm gonna get my new camera. We'll readjust the lighting. Everything's gonna be top notch. I'll be able to show these close-up pictures a little bit better without having to worry about that. Pretty clean for not really even having sanded any nubs per se. The carpet's going to wait and get cleaned up with a vacuum to get your missing parts. I don't know your mother, but I know mothers to a degree, and I understand that there is a little bit of tension around carpets. I grew up with the same carpet for my entire living at my house, my parents' house. And then as soon as I left, they changed that shit in a heartbeat. And it was much nicer, and understandably so. And I don't. As an adult, I do not blame them 1 second. I have a nice hardwood floor. Oh well, I have hardwood floors in my apartment. Um, we keep them pretty well maintained, but you know it's an old house. I think this house is like at least 100 years old, and it's a brick building. So, oops. Excuse me while I find this. So far away. All right, found it. It was like a million miles away, way under the table. But I found this cool piece of runner while I was down there. It has this weird like fender feel to it and like odd shape, so I like kind of like it, or almost antenna. So I'm gonna hold on to that one. Who knows? You might see it in a kit in the future. Customize it. Nope. Nope. Yep. Yep. One of these has to be it. Hello, Pete. Another red on red. It is kind of two-toned. You sort of see it. Like that sheen is, oh god awful. Pull out some of that magic. Where's, oh, it's over here. There we go. Give me some of this stuff. Alright. This stuff's the best. So this is micron paper. I've talked about this in a lot of my videos. It's like a micron cloth paper. Now I didn't clean the nubs off of this, and I'm not going to yet, because eventually this shoulder component will get fucking glued together for real. Before that, you know, I'll do all the proper shit to it, so don't stress. But that's like a couple thousand micron, or a, you know, 1200 micron. Kind of smoothes out that the nasty, makes it look a little bit more clean, a little more wholesome as I spit fire upon its birth. Where's it? This. Pretty nice. Okay, let's go this way. So you can see it there. Super Sheen, Charlie Sheen, Martin Sheen, Emilio Estevez, the whole family. There you go. Simply, lightly muted. Clearly I could have gone in close around those details there, the rib details and stuff, but it gives it a lighter luster. And that's the thing, like, you don't have to clear coat your kids. If you just clean all the nubs off properly, like clip them outside the gate from the body and then like sand down or file down, sand that shit smooth, and then polish them down with a little bit of paper, you don't even have to top coat your kids. Don't even worry about buying matte coat. Just get some sandpaper. Some high-end shit. Not like, you don't have to spend an arm and a leg. Like, you spend more on top coat than you'll ever spend on sandpaper. You buy $12 worth of micron sandpaper that will last you for 6 months. You'll spend $12 on matte coat that'll last you for one kit. That is one kit, like 10, 20 minutes, something like that. So like, you know, it's just about technique. So maybe if things work out, I'll be able to host some like workshops. We'll call them workshops at Rio Young down in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. Um, that'd be kind of cool. Meet up with some people, come down, you know, like we'll schedule a good day, get some people down there. They got tables, lots of kits and supplies and stuff like that if you need it. Or you can bring your own gear and we'll just hang out and talk, shoot the shit, eat some tacos, something really tight, Chinese food, delicious. All right. So I think that's everything, and then I can put all this together. So I'm going to put all this together. Right, and this goes in here, and this goes into the body. That didn't work. Let's try it again. Aha. And a 1. Whoa. Wow. There's no rotation. How on earth did they get in that position? Alright, let's see. So if it's like this.
Nobody fully understands the effect lightning has on a system, but strange things seem to happen.
Oh shit, we lost the cow. The main portion right there. The command horn. The command horn! Well, when it's all said and done, what an awkward kit. I do like the way that. Oh man, that sucks. There. I do like the hand peg for the little M61 pulse rifle, but the kit's inability to manipulate itself well. Well, it is big. I'll give it that much. Let's we'll zoom out this way. Wait for it. Wait for it. Bam! Alright. There that big bastard is. Get this thing sticks out of the way. Oh, you know, the gun always falls out of the hand. Or the heat hawk. Or whatever. Alright. Boy, there it is. That's a big kit. I'm not gonna lie. That is a gigantic kit. So, let's see what that gigantic kit. There's the HG Dom. Back up for a little bit more. Alright. Alright, on to Converge. Giradoga. Ooh. Teensy. And then we'll pull this one up because it's related. The Stein on its stand. So, alright, let's pull the Stein off its stand. Come here, Dusty. Oh shit. Come on. It's being a jerk. Well. So as you can see, the Stein, stand it up all the way. Man, it looks so cool. I mean, like, how can you not think that these Burkha kits are just out of the park? I mean, seriously. As you can see, the Stein, still blown out. Still blown out. Oh, fuck me. Alright. All the same. Stein is not quite as tall as the Saz. And the Stein is a tall kit. Not gonna lie, Stein is a really tall kit. It's a beautiful kit. I'm a big fan of it. Yeah, Stein's beauty. I have the other Senaju up in the logs, hanging out. It's gonna get built. I got it from my lovely wife for Christmas this year. Thank you. And I really want to do something cool with it. So, like not like extreme, but cool. So, just gotta wait for that time. You know, I guess. Anyways, guys, this wraps up the circa 2000 Sazabi build. Thanks for hanging out on the stream and being part of the community with me and just kind of like checking this thing out with me. It's been cool. It's been fun. It's always real. A little bit too real sometimes, but that's life for you. Thanks for tuning in again. If you want to see more of this shit, like this shit, share this shit, subscribe to this shit, and comment if you want some shit changed with this shit, and that's cool. Thank you again, everybody, and I look forward to seeing or talking to you all in the various forums, the Discords, the chats, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, and all of the associated business. So have a good night, and let's hope that spring kicks into effect soon and we don't freeze anymore. All right, have a good night. Ciao.